basically came from, again, I debuted, well actually, before my debut, when I started wrestling, I mentioned it to Wolfman I was going to get a scorpion. And I went to that fish place on Centerville Road, and I purchased the male scorpion. And I asked the guy, I said I wanted a small one because I wanted to grow him up big. And I got this small scorpion male, and he took forever to grow. This thing just did not molt. Usually that's, you know, they eat, they molt, and because they outgrow their skin basically, and they need a bigger, better exoskeleton to support their growth. And he just was a slow grower. I then purchased Shadow. Shadow's a female scorpion, and she was supposed to, because females tend to get a little bigger. So I needed something for the ring, but this is something that I wanted to create myself, grow myself. And again, Shadow, the reason why her name's Shadow, it actually started off as a huntress, by the way, but she then turned into Shadow when I got the Black Beauty, which was by the way named by Kenton Elliott, a young man. The contest we had the other week, who named the scorpion, and she's a glutton, a beast, a big, I mean, she was just, when I bought her, she was like this, you know what I mean? So that's why, that's where she came from, and she's basically up the Black Beauty's butt, so I call her Shadow. Stinger, on the other hand, again, the male, just went through his first molt, and when they molt, their skin's kind of, you know, not ready to, they're very fragile at that moment, vulnerable. So when his exoskeleton hardened, turned black, their Emperor Scorpions, I decided it was his time to debut in his ring, because believe it or not, Shadow, we believe, me and the Scorpion Queen, that is, that's my significant other, we think is pregnant with scorpions. Those are actually little scorpions, which I call the little kids scorpions. We believe she's pregnant, and Black Beauty protects her. Of course, you got to separate the males from the females at that point. And I thought it was his time to debut, and I bring him out to the ring, and Mark Williams was going to taste the venom, because what? Somebody's gonna get stung. That's right. And Grey Wolf unfortunately intervened in the match. He crushed my scorpion, and for that he will pay dearly.
So if you had any advice for somebody pursuing a wrestling career, what would they be?
Go for it. Just know that it takes 110% commitment. There's a lot of sacrificing involved, and get a gimmick. The Red Scorpion, Grey Wolf, get a gimmick, because, you know, don't go think you're gonna throw on some trunks and go out there as, what's your name?
Jason,
whatever. You know, get a gimmick. You know, come up with something unique for the fans. You know, something that, and it takes a lot of creativity. Believe it or not, I'm very creative, you know, minded. So I designed these trunks. I designed them myself, modeled them. I paid a lot of money, designed my kick pads, the knee pads, again, all you know, custom made stuff. It takes a lot of time and money to do that, but when you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it right, and you gotta be patient. And that's one thing I highly recommend, because without a gimmick, Evan Singleton was a wrestler from Penn Manor, a guy I followed throughout high school. Who the hell comes off a match after a win and goes like this, or loses to a McCaskey wrestler and bangs his head in the wall? Not many people do that. Okay, he came to the SWO, okay, and didn't have a gimmick. He, unfortunately, because of his young age, he was only about 19, 18 at the time, right out of Penn Manor, didn't have enough money to really put together a gimmick. And I told him if he had a gimmick, Wolfman would put him on the ring. Well, he goes to CZW. He signs a big-time contract with the WWE. He's now known as Adam Mercer in a developmental program at the FCW. And he originated from here in Lancaster, well, not here in Lancaster, but in Lancaster at Penn Manor. You know, but again, he didn't have a gimmick, and we never, unfortunately, got to see Adam Mercer have any video of him, but hopefully soon we'll be able to see him in the WWE.
The last question: if they made a movie about the Red Scorpion, what actor would you like to play you, and what would the title be?
Yeah, they did. I mentioned that they did make a movie, The Red Scorpion. But anyway, if it was gonna be the Red Scorpion, the wrestler, then it would have to be. Who would I get to play that part? That's a good question. Oh man, I don't know actors enough to give you an answer, but it sure as hell wouldn't be any scrawny little pipsqueak. That one I could not tell you because no one is as equal as this right here. This is what you get, the Red Scorpion. So that's my answer. I have none for you.
Because this concludes the interview with the Red Scorpion. My name is Jason Hevel. You can check out the Red Scorpion on Facebook, YouTube, and anywhere else you can find the Red Scorpion at.
That's right.
And SWO. And if you go to SWO, make sure you check out his merchandise.
That's right. And let me tell you this. When you messing with the world's most dangerous arachnid, somebody's gonna get stung. Click it.